Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Carl here from North Coast Constrictors. I'm just going to do a quick video for you on this boy here. He's a pastel red stripe, 100% het clown, 50% het genetic stripe. He's got an infected hemipene. So what I'm doing is I'm busy flushing him out with like a wound cleaner. I have to insert it into his cloaca. Fortunately, I took him to the vet first, obviously. I did the procedure with the vet, and there was a bit of an abscess there. We squeezed out all the junk. There was a bit of pus that came out. And then we gave him a shot of antibiotics, just around about there on the inside, just under the scale. I have to do that every second day. I did one yesterday. I'm going to do another one tomorrow, but every single day I'm flushing out his cloaca. So I'm going to do a video today on how we do that. It's not the easiest thing to do, to try and handle this the snake and insert this syringe and whatnot into his cloaca. So, but first of all, let me just start by this is the syringe that we use. It's been sitting in F10, being, you know, obviously remain in a sterile environment. And then over here I have scalding hot water. Okay, so all I do is rinse out the F10 that it's been storing in. Make sure that this syringe is nice and clean. Okay. All right, so there we go. It's all nice and ready. You don't want to insert anything that's contaminated into your snake. And then this is just, excuse me, I'm going to need to put on my glasses because I don't wear them when I'm making a video because of that glare right over there. But you know, this is just, it's called FE Vet Skin and Wound Cleaner. And the instructions are apply to the infected hemipene once a day. So it doesn't matter how much you put in. I normally just do a half a ml at a time, and I do like maybe two or three flushes. The hard part is you know, trying to hold the snake and get this in. So bear with me while I try and do this. Fortunately, this boy is a pleasure to deal with, and I'm gonna try and tilt the camera so that we can see. I've got to get him to relax his tail a little bit and then just bend it so that we can expose his cloaca. I've got to try and do this. You can see I'm not a vet. I'm not a pro at this, and he's all over the place. Right, so at the moment we can get him into the right position. We can just see the lump has gone down significantly, which is fantastic. Okay, but it's got to go into the, and this is the hard part here. You've got to wiggle it around like as if you're probing him. You know how you sex an animal? Yeah, and then he's didn't like me shoving something up his ass, but unfortunately it's just got to happen. It has to be flushed. And whether he likes it or not, it's got to go in. And he's really making life difficult for me today. Yesterday it was a hell of a lot easier. So usually my girlfriend was helping me do this. She's unavailable today. There we go. And then we've got to get it right. There we go. And flush around that infected area. Okay, so I'm going to do another flush, but what I'm going to show you here on the camera, if you can pick it up there, you can see that little red swelling there, a little abscess. However, that looked a lot worse 3 days ago. He has had antibiotics, and that has brought it down a lot. A lot of pus came out of there. The vet took that out. And also, just another quick little disclaimer, you can put as much of this stuff in as you want. This is just a wound cleaner. This does no damage whatsoever to the snake. But obviously, I'm not practicing medicine without a veterinary license. This is something that you can do at home. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, especially when your snake is quite active. And there we go, insert it into the hemipene and flush. Right, so that kills any bacteria. That kills any bacteria that is around that infected area and his hemipene. It's his right hemipene. So if you look down his dorsal, it's on the right hand side. So when I'm doing it, it's on the left for me. So I'm inserting it over there. So yeah, we're just going to make sure that stays clean, and I'm going to flush that out every single day. Tomorrow he will get the next shot of his antibiotics, which I will administer myself with a needle and a syringe, and that will be on the top third of his body, around about there. Okay, just between the scales, 0.1 of a milligram. I'll wait another 48 hours, boom, and do another one. And hopefully that'll be all sorted out, because this boy here is well, for me, I'm not one of the top breeders in the country at all. I'm a novice. I'm new to the industry. But I can tell you something now, I'm learning a hell of a lot in this first year of breeding. You know, if you told me a year ago when I bought my very first ball python, sorry, excuse my hands adjusting the camera. If you told me that I would be inserting, you know, syringes down cloacas and flushing out and putting injections and giving antibiotics, and I've got another snake that's constipated and I was inserting a tube down the esophagus. If you watch my other videos, I would have laughed. I would have said, "You mad? There's no ways I'll be doing anything like that. I would never be capable of it." But you know, when you've been, it's amazing how quickly you learn things and how you pick them up. And a lot of that I owe to watching, and I always love referring back to this guy, Kevin McCurdy from Nerd, New England Reptile Distributors in America. That oak is an absolute legend. He's not a vet, but he's probably, in my opinion, one of the most foremost authorities on reptiles. And I've watched him perform procedures on snakes. Now, I'm not trying to do the whole, oh, I'll perform all the procedures myself and I'll do that and trying to be a hero or anything like that. You must understand that what I'm doing here to this snake, I've done with the vet's permission. I've done it under the guidance. I've done it with the vet when we were at the vet's surgical practice, and they showed me how to do it. While they were performing the procedure, I was videoing it with my phone, and you know, it's a minor procedure. So, you know, obviously don't guess what's wrong with your snake. If you suspect something is wrong with your snake, don't just guess what it is and try and treat it. Take it to a vet. Say it to them. Look at my snake. Please tell me what's wrong with it. They will diagnose you. They'll give you a prognosis, and then they will perform the necessary treatment on the snake. If the snake has to stay with them and they need to treat it because it's very serious, then that's what you got to do. You got to check your snake in, leave it there, and let them treat it. If it's a situation like this where it's very minor, then they will give you the snake back. And like they've told me on the last 3 occasions that I've been there, do this yourself at home. And, you know, if any person can do this, you just, you know, got to be patient and whatnot. So, but yeah, two things here is just to show you this beautiful pastel red stripe 100% head clown male. He has the female that he paired up with about 4 females this year. Unfortunately, only one went. ancient bumblebee female. Currently in my incubator over there are 5 eggs, where here's the sire. They were laid about a week ago, 6 days ago, and yeah, so I got another 55 days to wait, plus minus 54, yeah, about 53, 54 days to wait, and then we'll see what we produce. I'm hoping, aiming for a killer bee, and I know that's an incredibly long shot. It's like 2%, and I only got 5 eggs, so probably won't get it, but we can all dream, can't we? Anyway guys, just wanted to show you this video, a little bit of an educational video, a little bit of a fun video, watching me learn these things as I go along. You know, the start of my YouTube channel, I said to you, the heading was the start of the journey, ball python breeding. So yeah, this is all part of the journey, all part of learning about snakes, learning how to treat them, learning to identify problems, what's wrong with them, how to treat them, whether you can do it yourself, whether you can't, and you have to leave it with the vet. Fortunately, I'm able to do this. And I know some people will be uncomfortable with trying to perform their own procedures, but hey, I'm not. I'm just one of those guys. And you can see how cool this guy is. And watch him take a swap out of my nose now while I'm doing this. But yeah, he's actually, he is one of my top, I would say, 5 snakes that I have in my collection. I've got over 100 ball pythons. But this guy's got a very, very special place in my heart. He was one of the very first snakes that I bought as a breeding male, as a proven breeder male. He's got great genetics. You know, red stripe is an awesome gene. And yeah. Anyway, so let me put him back. I think tomorrow I'm gonna make a video when I do the antibiotic. Please remember that I'm doing this under the full guidance and authority and permission of my exotic vet, with the medication that they have prescribed to me. So anyway guys, listen, it's Friday. It's time for me to chill, get out of my snake room and go spend some time with my girlfriend. And look forward to the weekend and chill out, because tomorrow is Saturday, and for most of you guys that breed snakes, you know that Saturday is cleaning day. I don't know how some of you other guys operate, but if you're a single hobbyist breeder like me, where you don't have any staff and you've got a room full of racks right around and you got your snakes and whatnot, all the cleaning, all the feeding, all the maintenance, everything is done by yours truly. My girlfriend takes care of the rodents. We breed our own rodents to feed, and she likes the soft little furry things, and so she cleans the rodents once a week and changes their sawdust and substrate and whatever, and make sure that they're all sorted with, you know. And I take, this is where I spend my time. This is where I get home from work after an incredibly stressful day, and trust me, things are very hectic here in South Africa at the moment with work. I'm sure they are all over the world, but we especially are feeling the financial pinch like you can't believe. And you know, when I get into the snake room and I start dealing with these animals, I escape. It takes me into another world. It takes me to another place, and it relaxes me, and I chill out, and I honestly, I can spend hours in here, hours, just going through all my snakes, checking them out, holding them like this. Over there, I've got my retics and my Dumerals boas. Behind the cameras here, which you can't see, I've got sub-adult racks and hatchling racks over there, where I've got some beautiful babies. And I'll do some more videos on those ones in the future. But anyway guys, from me it's over and out. It's Friday night. I think I better get upstairs and go and chill with my girlfriend and spend some quality time with her. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And yeah, if you like this video, hey, you know, like and subscribe. Have a good one. Cheers.